Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is the Rababiah coming at you from the Chicago camp with a quick lesson. I titled this lesson, Approved New Meat. So it's been some new meat that's been, or should I say new food that's been approved. And I'm going to go ahead and do a quick video on this. I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. Check this out.
Meat is now federally approved, and as a qualified doctor, I'm worried. I'm talking USDA approved, FDA approved, and cleared for US grocery shelves, backed by billions of investors like Bill Gates. This meat is stem cells from a live animal dropped in a steel tank and fed nutrients. These genes are then edited to immortalize them, dividing essentially endlessly until weeks later it's sold as meat. As of right now, 7 states have already banned it: Florida, Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Montana, Nebraska, and Indiana. Avoid any label that says cell cultivated, cell cultured, or cell based.
Lab grown meat is now FDA approved, and Tyson, the supplier of McDonald's, KFC, and Taco Bell, is funding the Israeli biotech making it, hoping the lab will be cheaper than a farm.
This pink slop is so chemical, it's already outlawed in 8 states. Every lab fillet starts as a single cell extracted from a live animal.
Lab-grown meat is now federally approved.
Wow. Who you say to yourself, who would think of something like this? You know, the wicked. Let's go to the scriptures. I'm going to go to Job chapter 9, verse 24. It says, the earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Well, it's Esau. Esau's so-called white man. You know, this is his mindset. This is what now this is all for ultimately for control. He wants to be the God. He wants to be God. You know, so this lab-grown meat is where they can take and they can control who gets it and who don't, because they can grow it and they can distribute it how they want it, you know? So this is another ploy by the wicked to be like the Most High. I want to go to Psalms chapter 82, verse 5. It says, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. There was a time in the beginning, when you go back in history, where a man would go out and hunt, you know, and get, find an animal, kill it, dress it, bring it home and eat the meat. But now, the wicked, when I talk about the wicked, I'm talking about the so-called white man, who wants to have their meat made in labs, you know, where no longer do we use animals, we use what he made. You know, he wants to be the God over us. You know, and that's not so. The Bible didn't mean for things to be that way. I want to say before I go any further, this video is for teaching purposes, fair use, fair use. I'm not getting anything from this. This video is just for teaching purposes only. Anyway, I want to go back to what I was saying is that, you know, if this is true, then this is terrible. You know, you need to do your own research and find out. But this is where they're headed, and this is what they're saying. You know, it seemed like everything that, you know, this man, when I talk about this man, I'm talking about Esau, is a part of, is about, you know, destroying or ravishing or stealing or taking. And let's go to, I'm going to go to a quick scripture that describes, you know, the spirit of Esau. Esau's a so-called white man, by the way. John chapter 10, verse 10. It says, the thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. I come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. So this is what the thief does. You know, this right here, this thing with the meat, you know, is going to cause a lot of chaos, you know, in this society if it went on, because no longer will you be able to, purchase fresh food. You know, what do you think is going to happen, or the implications of it consuming this over a period of time? I'm talking about to your body, to your health, to your mind. You know, no telling what they're putting in this stuff. You know, everything is out of course. Everything's upside down. This will cause pollution of the earth. And the Lord said he's going to destroy the man that polluted the earth. Let's get that. Let's go to Revelations chapter 11, verse 18. It says, the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shalt give reward unto the servants, the prophets, and to the saints of them that fear my name, small and great, and shall destroy them that destroy the earth. So that's ultimately what's going to happen to Esau. You know, I'm talking about the so-called white man. Because of this, you know, he's going to be destroyed. This man has done nothing but pollute the earth. Let's go to another precept on that. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 24. Let's go to verse 4. It says, the earth mourneth and fade away. The world languish and fade away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. Verse 5, it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, they have changed the ordinance, and they have broken the everlasting covenant. That's these people here. Everything that the Lord set for us to do, the Sabbath, the land Sabbath, you know, the holidays, they've broken that. They've changed it to fit their narrative. They'll tell you in a minute that a man can marry a man, that we don't have to do we don't have to eat meat on our holidays, or, you know, just, or they bring forth Christmas and Thanksgiving. That's not in the Bible anywhere. But that's what the wicked does. This earth was given unto the wicked. You know, so that's where we at. That's what I read earlier. Let's go to, and the reason that he does this, the reason that the so-called white man does this, is because he wants to be God. He wants to be in total control. You know, through his technology, through his wisdom, he wants to play God. You know, and it's perverted his thoughts. Let's go to that. Let's go to Isaiah 47. Verse 10. It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Isaiah 47:10. It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else besides me. That's his spirit. You know, he doesn't care about anybody but himself. I am, and none else besides me. His wisdom that he has makes him feel like that he can control everything. This lab-grown meat is a way for him to start controlling this economy and controlling the society. So no longer will you be able to go out and hunt or go out and go fishing. He'll give it to you. And if he decide not to give it to you, then you have to do what he tell you so you could get it. That's what this is all about. This is one step over to that new system, that new beast system, the digital system. That's what this is all about. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rekakadash. Double honors I want to give to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to next time, Lord willing. Shalom. I also want to add that Isaiah 33 and 6 is going to be our stability. So we have to stay close to these scriptures. Stay close to the Bible, brothers and sisters. It's going to be our stability. It's going to be our way. It's through these scriptures. Shalom.